My 1992 Jeep Wrangler YJ that I got 4 years ago is finally getting some attention. Today, let's talk about it. So right behind me is my 1992 Jeep Wrangler YJ, and I've had this vehicle for 4 years. It was actually given to me by a friend. Yes, I got this Jeep Wrangler for free, which was awesome. And it was in really rough shape when he got rid of it, so I can see why he didn't want to deal with it and just give it away. He did give me the Jeep on one condition, that when I finally do decide to get rid of it, any proceeds from the sale of the vehicle go to charity. So that's what I'm going to do eventually. So it was in really rough shape when I got it. It wasn't running right. It was leaking a ton of oil. The brakes didn't really work. The tires were dry rotted. It just needed a lot of love and attention to get it back into driving condition. And right under here is where I put a ton of my money to get this thing back into shape. Brand new radiator, all new hoses, new valve cover gasket. It was leaking profusely, new master cylinder because the brakes didn't work, new brake booster, and there's a whole bunch of other things that I'm forgetting, but it was a ton of money that I dumped into this. Now it runs really great, and it actually stops. And thankfully, it's not too terribly bad under here. Yeah, some of the suspension components are a little bit worn, but they're not in terrible shape. Oh, one other thing I forgot, it did need a new clutch, throw-out bearing, and clutch slave cylinder. So that was also pretty expensive. I've stopped counting how much I've spent on this vehicle because it's kind of a lot. Oh, I almost forgot, I put a brand new set of Goodyear Wrangler AT tires on this thing. Yeah, they're not like the most off-roady type of tire, but I did still want to be able to drive this on the street without too much noise and too much discomfort. So the good news is now this thing is in really good mechanical shape. I've gone through just about everything. The bad news is that it still looks pretty terrible, but I'm kind of okay with that since it is a Jeep. It's supposed to get dirty, but not only does it not really look all that great, it's not very comfortable on the inside. And let me show you why. Well, first of all, you'll notice that I only have one seat installed. I was actually using this vehicle as a pickup truck. I had a bunch of lumber in here, so I moved that seat out so I could fit it. But one of the main problems here is that this seat is just old and trashed. All of the foam down here is squished. It's an extremely uncomfortable seat. I don't know if it can be reupholstered or anything like that because I really do love this little Jeep inset right there, but I think what I might end up doing is just buy a couple new seats. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, basically your butt is right on a very sharp piece of metal. It's not great. And it's not like I'm driving this Jeep all the time, so the seat isn't that big of a deal, but I do want to start using this thing for some off-road adventures, and I think just a little bit more comfort might be nice. And speaking of comfort, you'll notice that there is no top on this vehicle. It did have a black soft top, but it was ripped. It was in really bad shape. The zippers didn't work anymore. Yeah, we took that off, but now we have nothing, and I just cover it with a car cover when I'm not driving it usually. I do like driving it around without a top. I like driving it around without doors too, but it's not exactly all that practical. I would love to put something on this, so I have to decide whether I'm gonna do a hard top or a soft top. I feel like I'm kind of leaning towards soft top, but I'll talk about that in a future video. So yeah, I do need to get some sort of top here. And you can look at these door cards. These are in really rough shape. So I don't know if these can be cleaned up and maybe painted or something. They're not cracked or anything like that, but a new door card isn't that much money. So I probably will just end up getting a couple new door panels here. And the steering wheel's in okay shape. The dashboard is just really dirty, but it's in pretty good condition aside from a little tiny crack right over there in the corner. And I've just got bare floors in here. I was thinking maybe I might paint it with like bed liner material or something like that. I'm not sure if there's any pros or cons to that. Or maybe I'll just paint it. I'm not sure. Or maybe I won't do anything because this is going to be an off-road toy and maybe it's just fine if it looks kind of ratty. But I absolutely do need to do something about these seats and something about this top. So let me see if I can start that process today. So today I thought maybe I could start by taking off some of this old hardware that was used for the old soft top because a lot of these screws are completely rusted out. When I get a new top, it's probably going to come with new hardware. I don't think this is gonna be a video where you're gonna see like a before and after. It's just like a slow progress. It's probably gonna take several videos, but at least I gotta do something with this vehicle. Let's get started. So you can see that all of these bolts right here are completely rusted out. And my friend Charles had made some sort of temporary mirror brackets, but I'm probably gonna take these off too because these Amazon mirrors are pretty cheap. The one over there already broke. And I'll probably take off this padding right here because it's a little worse for wear. I can probably replace that too. And you'll notice that I don't have a back seat. So at some point I think I probably do want to install one. I still have the seat belts here. Although even the seat belts are a little worse for wear. Probably just need to replace these two. They don't look like they would really do much in the case of a crash. Let's see if these Torx bolts will come off. Oh, nice. It's really nice living in Southern California because I really don't have to deal with much rust. This is the most rust I generally ever see on a vehicle. I know I'm spoiled. I really don't know a whole lot about Jeep Wrangler, so if you're watching this channel expecting to see an expert working on this, you're definitely not going to get that. You might as well stop watching now. This is me just sort of fumbling through this process and trying to learn about this vehicle as I go. There's a washer. Okay, it's good to know how this all goes together. And there's this little plate underneath. Okay, I'm curious to see what's underneath here, if it looks terrible or not. I don't even know if this is the factory top hardware. If you know, let me know in the comments because I have no idea. All right, let's see what's under here. Ooh, shiny. Look at that. That's what the paint used to look like. So this piece is in pretty good condition apart from this little corner rubber piece, which is a little cracked. In case you're wondering, this is a Torx T40 using my awesome Harbor Freight tools. Hopefully this comes out without a problem. Yep, there we go. All right, let's tackle these pieces on the back. I have to imagine this is not factory because they would have used hardware that doesn't rust, right? So that doesn't look so bad. There's no rust under there or anything like that. All right, so then these door pieces right here, hopefully these are simple. And again, I don't know if I need to take these off. They might be better quality than whatever I get with a new kit, but I just want to take it off just so I know the process. That little piece looks like it's in very good shape. Okay, driver's side. This little plastic panel on the side. This thing looks super cheap. Oh, I see it sort of slides down. Okay, that's good to know. It's so muddy. Me and my friend Charles took this to a giant muddy parking lot last year. So much fun, and there's still mud on this. I've washed this vehicle a few times since then, and I'm still finding traces of mud from that day. So then, if we hop inside the vehicle, right up top here, I think there's a bunch of rusty screws. Looks like we're missing a couple screws. And this hardware is definitely not original. Every single screw is different. The length, the size, the condition. That looks like a wood screw. Cool. Always discover new things when you're taking a vehicle apart, what previous owners have done that maybe wasn't the best decision. I'm sure I'm guilty of that. Every screw is a different width, shape, length, condition, material. Ah! Well, that just came out. All right, I guess what I'll do next is take off this padding. It looks like it's just zips on, but chances are the zipper is trashed. Oh yeah, that's not coming off. I think I'm gonna have to cut this off, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, that's totally gonna work. And it's off. Oh my goodness, look how clean and pristine this roll bar is. That hasn't seen the sun probably since 1992, as opposed to this, which is pretty rough. Let's do the same thing over here, I suppose. All right, done. All right, I think I'm also gonna remove these mirrors that we got here, these Amazon specials. They were good for a while, but not exactly the best quality. All right, let's put these back in. Okay, well that's interesting. It's not going in properly. Maybe this bolt got stripped when the mirrors went in. Well, I'll put this bottom one in. I'll leave the top one out for now. Hopefully we don't encounter the same problem on the other side. Wish me luck that we don't have something stripped on this side too. Nice. So just one strip bolt. All right, so I think that's about as much work as I'm going to get done on this vehicle today. It's getting really hot out. It's supposed to be like 110 degrees Fahrenheit today, so my garage is filled with a bunch of other projects, so I have to work on it outside. But this isn't the end of the video. Now it's time for your opinions. I wanna get your opinions on what I should do with this vehicle next. I think the first question is, I should definitely put angry eyes on this Jeep, right? No. never put angry eyes on your Jeep. It's never a good idea. So my overall goal for this vehicle is for it to be a fun off-road toy. I do not want to build this into any sort of monster Jeep. I want it to look pretty much stock. I'm not gonna add a lift to it. I'm not gonna do anything like that. It's plenty capable as is. I'm not gonna be doing any crazy rock crawling activities, but it would be nice to take this thing out camping on some BLM lands and try to hit some somewhat challenging roads. And I think I'm okay with the paint. The paint isn't great. There's a couple dents here and there, but I think that's fine for my intended use for this vehicle. I wouldn't mind cleaning up the wheels a little bit. You think I should do anything with the wheels? Should I put new wheels on this? Let me know your comments. But mainly the big thing that I want to deal with are these seats and the top. So probably what I'm going to do is get 2 brand new seats. And if you have any recommendations of what seat company I should go with, let me know. I think I'm gonna go with tan. Same thing for these door panels. I think when I replace these door panels or clean them up or paint them or whatever, I'm gonna go with some sort of sand color. Now the next question is about this top. And I'm probably going to spend a whole other video on the top and what I wanna do with it and the pros and cons of a soft top versus a hard top. But first, I wanna just get your ideas here. What do you think? Soft top, hard top? What color would you go with? I think I'm leaning towards a tan color or some sort of sand color. And what do you think? Should I put a back seat in here? I'll probably never have anybody in the back seat of this Jeep, but it's kind of nice to have, I guess. Although it is also pretty nice to just sort of have this open area here because it becomes like a little tiny pickup truck. It's very useful. All right, I guess that's going to be it for today. Please let me know in the comments what you think I should do with this Jeep next. Give me your thoughts on the top, the seats, the interior, the paint, the angry eyes, the wheels. And over the next few weeks and months, I'll have more videos with this vehicle because I do really want to get this thing so I actually use it more often. Oh yeah, I forgot. Turn signal's busted too. Add it to the list. All right, that's it for today. More videos with this vehicle coming soon. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon. And you can help support the channel by buying a Hello Road t-shirt or hat at helloroad.tv/shop. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're well, and I'll see you soon.